Hello guys, Vortex here and welcome to another video. So, as I told you guys, I'm a little bit busy, so I'm gonna try to give you the summary of these banners and what to do and what are my thoughts about them. So, we did the Anora quick review. Now it's time for the Ymiret quick review. They are essentially couples, or like there's a weird relationship between them. If you've seen the uh, what is the video? Look at this shit. Extremely uncomfortable, weird situation here. But let's just hop into Ymiret. So first of all, he's an ancient exclusive hero. That's like first thing to note. Secondly, he's an unnamed, so he's like Ajax, okay? And only one unnamed can join the team. So I don't know if this like you cannot use Ajax with the Emirate in a single team ever, or do they mean like the buff only goes for one? It cannot be stacked. I don't know about that. We will see for that later. But let's just jump into Emirate Ket. He's a fighter. He's a normal fighter. He has like very normal fighter stats. Attack is a little bit low though, so I don't know about that. Some fighters have 5 and 6 K attacks. Of course, Ardia with like 7.9 K attack is out of reach, but like he's a little bit low on the attack there. Let's see his talent. When deployed, unleashes Boreal Wind, inflicting slow on enemies within 2 tiles. That's only when he deployed. Okay. Uh, so it's a very stupid talent, I guess, because it's only applies one when he's deployed. Okay, with a maximum extension of 1 second, the hero gains freeze immunity. So there's a pattern here with Anora and Ymiret that they are freeze. They are immune to debuffs. Ymiret is immune to freeze only. So there will definitely be content in the future that will inflict freeze upon us, and it's going to be very hard to continue the fight without freeze immunity. So that's that. His physical attack is very regular with 100% AoE damage to surround enemies up to 5, very standard. His ultimate, uh, he ascends into the air, expanding his attack range, so he essentially becomes like Zilla to attack range. So that's his normal attack range. I think this is his normal attack range, and now he fills out these tiles when he activates his ult. It's like arrogance, I guess. So he extends his attack range, reducing his block to 0. So he cannot take damage and he cannot block anything. Basic attack now turns into Frost Breath, dealing 140 damage. Okay, which can go up to 180 damage. Okay, up to 8 enemies, inflicting 1 stack of Winter Bite. On them, allies within the talent range receive freeze immunity during the effect. So that's the good part about him is that he's semi-support because he gives the freeze immunity, and he's semi-damage because he deals 180 damage, which is a kind of low to be honest, but like he's not high, not low, a bit in the middle, I guess. So what is Winter Bite? It reduces movement speed by 25%, stacking up 3 times when reaching 3 stacks. Inflict freeze on the target for 2 seconds does not apply on targets already inflicted with freeze. So he gives Winter Bite stacks, then 3 stacks, he freezes them if they are not already freezed by other heroes. So you cannot double stack the freezes. Okay. So, as I told you, half of his kit reads damage, mediocre damage. Half of his kit reads uh, buff for other heroes and stuns and freeze immunity for himself and for other allies in range. So you need him to be a fighter on the side, a fighter, I guess, directed forward, and 2 platform units on his on his side. That should be like the perfect combination. Okay. His passive, when targeted enemies inflicted with freeze, ignore 15% of his damage. When Binder Bite is on enemy triggers freeze, deals an extra magic damage ranging from 80 to 360 based on the duration of the triggered freeze. Reaches the maximum when the effective duration is 4.5 seconds. So this, the ignore defense part is nice, okay. 50% is not much, but it's nice. It will pump his damage a bit. When Winter Bite is on enemy triggers freeze. What is this? When Winter Bite on an enemy triggers freeze, deals. So you need 3 stacks of Winter Bite to trigger freeze, and when you do that, you deal extra damage. Okay, so he does not only freeze, but he deals damage upon casting freeze. So that's really, really good. So yeah, that pumps his damage a bit more, to be honest. That's like crazy good. So you need him with very high attack speed to trigger this Winter Bite, especially during his ult. Does he? Okay, the problem is he only casts the Winter Bite during his ult. So outside of his ult, his damage is very bad. During the ult, his damage can go up really, really high. Okay, the other passive is when deployed, gain 4 stacks of Scarlet Armor, increases damage by 5% and all damage reduction by 5%. Okay, that's really good. The 4 stacks, that's 20. So, boom, that's nice, very nice. When attacking, when possessing Scarlet Armor, deals damage to closer enemies, up to a maximum increase of 20%. When receiving damage, lose 1 stack of skill armor, up to 1 stack can be lost every 1 second. The alternate ends restore Scarlet Armor to full stack. So that's a bit strange. I wish they just stayed as this passive, like 4 stacks of Scarlet Armor, dealing damage, reducing damage. That's it. That's the passive. All these complications really like gives RNGs into him. It's like given RNG, taking RNG back, so it's kind of useless to indulge in these. Essentially, he increases damage by 20, reduces damage taken by 20. That's it. And the Ancient Blood, okay, okay. The last one is his Unyielding Devotion, which is his bond skill with Ymiret. So with Anora. So if you have Anora, he unlocks this passive, which is there's a 20% chance to inflict an extra stack of Winter Bite when Ymiret receives fatal damage. What is this? There's an 20% extra chance to inflict extra stack of Winter Bite. So whenever you trigger a Winter Bite, there's a chance to trigger an extra one. Okay, okay. I thought it was outside of his ult, but it's just still in his ult. When Ymiret receives fatal damage for the first time, he transforms into an egg with the rage cleared. Yeah. The egg part is that he becomes an egg. If you kill the egg, he will die. If you leave the egg to hatch, he will comes back again. It's kind of like I don't know. It's very, very sketchy and pretty much useless, I guess. Like there's no way you die and you have about 30 seconds until revival. By the time you would revival time would have been already like cleared. So his bond skill is not that crazy. It's decent, but it's not crazy at all. 20% extra chance to inflict an extra winter bite is decent. Not good, not bad. Forget about the awakenings. Nobody's getting awakenings on him at least for 6 months at least. So it's really useless to discuss his awakenings. Yeah, and that's it. That's Ymiret for you. Pretty, mm, pretty good here. Not bad. not crazy OP, but like he's a pretty good hero for content that I think coming up there is going to be a freeze themed content that is coming up for sure with Anora, with Ymiret, all of these. There's going to be a uh, very hard content, including freezes and stuns and freeze immunity and all these type of shit. So that's where he gains his value, I guess. But for me personally, I don't see him as a like a crazy hero. Like there's nothing here that catches my eye. Maybe uh, if we test him and see that his damage is like crazy good, like Boreas good, maybe he will be good, but I doubt it with that low attack. So I really doubt his ability to shine in other contents other than the one that is already in the making with the chapter 10, I guess, his themed chapter. Yeah, outside of that, I don't really see a good use of him. Maybe in GVG, maybe, maybe put him behind a Cyrus or a gun or whatever, and maybe he will do some freezes, he will do some damage, maybe, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's very hard to give a conclusion about him with this limited information about what his damage should look like. So yeah, I guess that was it, guys. It was a very uh, mediocre ancient hero that is just getting added. And I don't know if he's going to be like Ajax, where he resets your Lord Pity. So that's also another thing that I would be very cautious about during his banner. So I don't know. Maybe I will just make an show you some video on how to summon, and we will discuss this later. So yeah, that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.